Picture this. It's 8:30 p.m. and you're settling in for the night. You reach for a glass of water, a ritual you've followed for years, convinced it's the cornerstone of good health. You've been told your whole life to stay hydrated, to drink plenty of water, that it's essential for your body. But what if that innocent glass of water before bed is quietly working against you? What if, especially after age 70, this simple habit could be disrupting your sleep, increasing your risk of a dangerous fall, or even putting strain on your heart? It sounds surprising, almost unthinkable, but as we age, our bodies handle water differently. That small, ingrained habit could be triggering a cascade of challenges that affect your health in ways you never imagined. This isn't about fear or suggesting you abandon hydration altogether. Water remains vital. It cushions your joints, regulates your body temperature, and supports your organs. But for older adults, particularly those over 70, when and how you drink water matters just as much as how much. We're going to uncover a silent mistake that millions of seniors make after sunset, often without realizing the consequences. More importantly, we'll share simple, science-backed strategies to stay hydrated safely, protect your nights, and enhance your days. Whether you're over 65 or caring for someone who is, this information could transform your approach to health. Let's dive into why that bedtime glass of water might be riskier than you think. Aging is a beautiful journey, rich with wisdom, experience, and a deeper appreciation for life's moments. But it also brings subtle, often unnoticed changes to how our bodies function. One of the most overlooked shifts is how we process water. At 40, a glass of water before bed might have been harmless, perhaps even beneficial. But at 70, that same habit can set off a chain reaction of challenges, from disrupted sleep to serious health risks. Let's meet George, a 74-year-old retired carpenter from Ohio. George is the kind of person who takes pride in staying active, walking daily, tending to his garden, and keeping up with his grandkids. For years, he followed his doctor's advice to stay hydrated, diligently drinking a glass of water before bed. It felt like the right thing to do, a small act of self-care to keep his body in top shape. But over time, George noticed something troubling. He was waking up at 1 or 2 a.m. to use the bathroom, sometimes multiple times a night. At first, it was just an annoyance, a groggy stumble to the bathroom and back to bed. But one night, everything changed. In the dim light of his bedroom, half asleep and hurrying to the bathroom, George tripped over the corner of a rug. He fell hard, landing on his wrist, which snapped under the impact. The pain was immediate, and the consequences were far-reaching. Months of recovery, hospital visits, physical therapy, and a lingering anxiety every time he got up at night. What George didn't realize was that his bedtime water habit, which he thought was healthy, was contributing to this dangerous chain of events. So what's happening inside the body to cause this? After age 70, several physiological changes converge to make late-night hydration riskier. The kidneys, which filter waste and regulate fluid balance, lose efficiency. They don't concentrate urine as effectively, meaning your body produces more urine than it did in your younger years, especially at night. This leads to more frequent urination, a condition known as nocturia. The bladder becomes more sensitive and its capacity shrinks. The muscles that control it weaken, making it harder to hold it until morning. The body's production of antidiuretic hormone, ADH, which signals the kidneys to slow urine production during sleep, also declines with age. Without adequate ADH, even a small glass of water at 8 p.m. can fill your bladder faster than you expect, waking you up multiple times. These changes don't just disrupt your sleep, they set the stage for bigger problems. Frequent nighttime bathroom trips increase the risk of falls, especially in the dark, when balance and coordination are already compromised. Poor sleep also affects memory, mood, blood pressure, and even heart health. For George, the solution wasn't to stop drinking water, but to rethink when he drank it. He shifted most of his hydration to earlier in the day, aiming to consume the majority of his fluids between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. He also spoke with his doctor about the medications he was taking, which sometimes increased his thirst in the evenings. By making these adjustments, George stopped waking up multiple times a night. His sleep improved, his mornings felt clearer, and most importantly, he hasn't had a fall since. This leads us to another critical risk of late-night hydration: the physical dangers of nighttime bathroom trips. For most people, getting up to use the bathroom at night seems like a minor inconvenience. You wake up, shuffle down the hall, and climb back into bed. But for seniors over 70, that short journey from bed to bathroom can be fraught with danger. It's not just about losing sleep, it's about what happens in those moments when you're half asleep, moving through a dark house, with balance and coordination that aren't what they used to be. Consider Carol, a 78-year-old retired teacher from Indiana. Carol was the picture of health-conscious living. She walked every morning, ate a balanced diet, and made sure to drink plenty of water throughout. Take Robert, a 79-year-old retired electrician from Arizona. Robert had managed high blood pressure for over 15 years, with medication, a healthy diet, and regular exercise. Like many, he believed that drinking more water was always better. Every evening after dinner, he'd down 2 tall glasses of water, thinking it would keep his organs functioning smoothly overnight. But over time, he started waking up in the middle of the night with unsettling symptoms: a pounding heart, shortness of breath, and a vague sense of unease. At first, his doctor suspected anxiety or a minor arrhythmia, but after wearing a sleep monitor, the real issue came to light. Fluid overload was straining his heart at night. Here's the science behind it. As we age, the heart muscle stiffens and weakens slightly, even in healthy individuals. This makes it more sensitive to changes in fluid volume. When you drink a large amount of water before bed, that fluid doesn't just vanish, it redistributes as you lie flat. This increases blood volume, which puts extra pressure on the heart, particularly the left ventricle. For someone with hypertension or heart failure, this added volume can trigger symptoms like palpitations, swelling in the legs, or even paroxysmal nocturnal dyspnea, a condition where fluid in the lungs causes sudden shortness of breath during sleep. In essence, your heart is working harder when it should be resting. To protect your heart while staying hydrated, timing is everything. Aim to consume most of your fluids in the first half of the day, tapering off after 4 or 5 p.m. If you take diuretics, water pills, ask your doctor if you can take them earlier in the day to avoid nighttime urgency. After 7 p.m., limit yourself to small sips if needed, rather than full glasses. Elevating your legs for 30 minutes in the evening can also help fluid circulate back into your system before bed, reducing the strain on your heart. Robert followed this advice, and within weeks his nighttime symptoms vanished. His sleep became more restful, and his cardiologist noted improved blood pressure control. He still drinks water, but now he does so with his heart in mind. Sleep is the body's time to heal, repair, and recharge. But when it's interrupted by frequent bathroom trips, the consequences go far beyond feeling groggy the next day. For seniors over 70, these disruptions can rob you of the deep, restorative stages of sleep that are essential for brain health, memory, and overall well-being. Margaret, a 76-year-old former librarian from Pennsylvania, loved her sharp mind and her passion for crossword puzzles. But over the past year, she started noticing small changes, misplacing her keys, struggling to recall names, and feeling foggy in the mornings. She chalked it up to aging, but her daughter noticed something else. Margaret was waking up 2 or 3 times a night to use the bathroom. Margaret's evening routine included sipping tea and water, believing it would aid her circulation and digestion. In reality, it was stealing her most valuable hours of sleep. Not all sleep is created equal. The deepest stages, slow-wave sleep and REM sleep, are when your brain consolidates memories, your muscles repair, and your immune system strengthens. These stages are especially critical for older adults, as they help protect against cognitive decline and conditions like dementia. But every time you wake up, even briefly, your body is pulled out of these cycles. It takes time to re-enter deep sleep, and frequent interruptions mean you may miss out on it entirely. Over time, this sleep fragmentation can lead to memory issues, mood swings, higher blood pressure, and an increased risk of falls due to impaired balance and reaction time. To safeguard your sleep, reduce fluid intake after 6:30 or 7 p.m. Avoid diuretics like tea, coffee, and alcohol in the evening, as they irritate the bladder and increase urination. Create a calming bedtime routine, keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet, and make your last bathroom trip right before bed. Track your sleep patterns, and if you're waking up more than once a night, it's a sign your hydration habits may need tweaking. Margaret made these changes, and within a month was sleeping through the night more often. Her mornings felt sharper, and she even rediscovered her love for puzzles. Many seniors accept frequent nighttime urination as an inevitable part of aging, but persistent nocturia, waking up multiple times to urinate, may be a signal that something in your routine needs adjusting, and late-night hydration is often the culprit. Henry, an 81-year-old retired history teacher from Colorado, assumed his 2 or 3 nightly bathroom trips were just part of getting older. He didn't mention them to his doctor or connect them to his habit of drinking warm water with honey before bed, which he thought soothed his throat and prevented leg cramps. But over time, the trips became more frequent, and his energy waned. He started dozing off during conversations, skipping his morning walks, and feeling irritable without knowing why. Nocturia isn't just an inconvenience, it's a red flag. After age 70, the bladder loses elasticity and its ability to hold urine decreases. The decline in antidiuretic hormone means your kidneys produce more urine at night. Drinking water too close to bedtime overwhelms this system, triggering multiple awakenings. Over time, this disrupts deep sleep, leading to fatigue, memory problems, depression, and even cardiovascular issues. The solution: shift your fluid intake to earlier in the day. Start with a full glass of water in the morning and sip consistently until late afternoon. After 7 p.m., avoid fluids unless medically necessary. Steer clear of bladder irritants like caffeine, citrus juices, alcohol, and artificial sweeteners in the evening. If nocturia persists, consult a doctor to rule out underlying conditions like diabetes, sleep apnea, or prostate enlargement. Henry moved his hydration earlier, stopped drinking after dinner, and added gentle stretching to his routine. Within weeks, he was waking up less often, feeling more alert, and enjoying his days again. Hydration is essential, but for seniors, it's not just about how much you drink, it's about when. Poor timing can lead to sleep disruptions, heart strain, and falls. The key is to front-load your fluids and choose wisely. Eileen, a 73-year-old from Oregon, always carried a water bottle, sipping through dinner and enjoying chamomile tea before bed. But she couldn't shake her morning fatigue or frequent nighttime bathroom trips. When her doctor asked her to track her fluid intake, she realized her evening habits were the problem. Aim to drink 75–80% of your fluids between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Start with a full glass of water before breakfast and sip small amounts throughout the day. After dinner, taper off, limiting yourself to small sips after 7 p.m. Stick to plain water and avoid sugary drinks, sodas, or excessive juice, which can irritate the bladder. Be cautious with caffeine after lunch and opt for water-rich foods like cucumbers, melons, or soups during the day. Use visual cues like filling a pitcher with your daily water goal and listen to your body. Dry mouth, dark urine, or headaches signal dehydration, but don't rely on thirst alone, as it weakens with age. Eileen adjusted her schedule, and her sleep and energy improved dramatically. A bedtime routine is more than brushing your teeth or locking the doors. It's about protecting your health during the vulnerable hours of the night. For seniors, a 3-minute safety checklist can make all the difference. Louise, a 77-year-old widow from Florida, learned this after a minor fall. One night, she woke up needing the bathroom and slipped on the tile without her slippers. The bruise on her hip healed, but the scare lingered. Her doctor suggested a simple checklist. Empty your bladder before bed, even if you don't feel the urge. Keep slip-resistant slippers by your bedside and use motion sensor nightlights to light your path. These steps gave Louise peace of mind and physical safety. She hasn't fallen since and sleeps more soundly. The risks of late-night hydration, falls, heart strain, disrupted sleep and nocturia are real, but they're not inevitable. By front-loading your fluids, creating a safe bedtime routine, and listening to your body, you can protect your health and independence. Start tonight. Drink most of your water early, clear your path, and use nightlights. These small changes can lead to better sleep, sharper mornings, and a safer, healthier you. Thank you for joining us on this journey to understand your body better. If you found value in these tips, share them with someone you care about. Every day is a gift, and the best time to take care of yourself is right now.